I will just be walking through my portfolio. TXC Fest, baby. It is also my 23rd birthday, and this will be my last rodeo conclusion in the Texas Creative Portfolio sequence that has just been a dream to get in, to be in, and to now graduate from. Just a quick shout out to my professors, to my TXC fam, to my actual family, mom and dad, cousins, aunts, uncles, whoever might be tuning in. Some of you guys might not know what the hell any of this is, and that's okay. I see some people are joining, so let's just kind of get into it. So I will be talking about my campaigns from this semester, and to any recruiters or creative directors watching, thank you so much for coming. I'm glad you made it. If you would like to schedule a Calendly with me, you can find that through the TXC Fest website. And if you would like to follow along with me while I go through my book, that is just sarahshea.work, Sarah with an H and Shea, SHEA. So yeah, let's just jump right into Claire. So Claire is actually a redo campaign that me and Ashley redid this semester. So Claire Paint, the thing about Claire is they only have 56 colors, and they are all just perfect colors that anyone would ever need. It was made by an interior designer. It was made, all the colors were curated by an interior designer. So I'll just read the write-up real quick. Life throws a lot of overwhelming things our way, but why are we still letting shopping for paint be one of those things? Insert Claire, the direct-to-consumer paint company that makes your life 100% easier. How? We've picked the best colors so you don't have to worry about your color-challenged husband picking a bad color in taste. The color paint you pick matters, but it shouldn't be a painful process. Claire has brought back the joy of painting your home. 56 colors is all anybody needs for a foolproof paint experience that any color dummy can handle. So just jumping in, thanks mom, happy birthday. So just jumping, it's also my partner Ashley's birthday. That is so funny. So watch her stream, I believe it is at 1:30. Check the TXC Fest website for the exact time. But so Claire, we kind of wanted to just redo it and just really hone in on like the 56 colors. So we have two little spots here. I won't read them even though they are pretty short, but the first one is basically a man walking into a hardware store, and he becomes a skeleton as he is looking at all of the color samples. That was a big thing we found out. A big insight is like those little color samples, yes, when you're a kid, they're all you want. When you go to Home Depot, you know, there's fun art samples of the color stuff on Pinterest, but you know, in reality, those color samples are just annoying, horrible. Why would you want to paint 3 of the same color of red on your wall to pick a color when Claire has 2 reds and the one you want is right there waiting for you? So on the other script is kind of the same thing with the paint samples, except a husband and a wife are just kind of like, oh, like I'll grab the paint samples we've been collecting, and the wife goes for the door, and the husband's like, oh no, hon, wait, and out of the door comes millions of trillions of paint samples that just spiral out of control into this huge paint tornado. Shout out Ashley for the amazing art direction and really making this this little wheel come together. That is all the 56 colors in one easy little thing to look at. Moving on to the wild postings. I love these. If you don't know what wild postings are, it's kind of like guerrilla. It's like, you know, you just kind of line them up on a street. We love the idea of wild postings because like 2 yellows, like you're looking at this and you're like, what the hell is that? Like you're just automatically intrigued with the big Claire Iron Man thing in the middle there. But so the copy on this says 56 colors is all anybody needs for a foolproof paint experience that any color dummy can handle. The first round of this, we had a lot of other copy on it, but we found it to be a little distracting. So we simplified it, and I love, Ashley, you are amazing. You made this look so beautiful. I love this campaign. Crosswalk. So why not, you know, call out hardware stores as people are walking to them, to and from them. So, you know, you're walking to Sherwin-Williams, you know, in New York, and you pass by and you're looking at all the colors on the crosswalk and you're like, what? You're like, Claire, painless paint. And then you go in and you look at all the color samples and Sherwin-Williams and you're like, oh my God, the color palette out there looked a lot simpler, a lot painless. That is the tag, painless paint. So yeah, I love this crosswalks execution. I just think it was really simple. Just how could we not do it? Moving on to the subways, just giving people another taste that these are really the only colors you need. So Claire would take over a line of subway cars each day or each week. And so the greens, there are 6 greens. So we would take over the 6 different cars and have each of them be decked out in the shade, in one shade, each one. So just really giving people like a chance to just live within this color, and that these are the only colors you need. Like this green subway, like, are you more of the dark green or are you more of the lighter green? Like, which one is for your living room? I just thought it was a cool place to catch people. Moving on to Spotify, how could we not? It's the only 56 playlist you'll ever need. We just thought it was so funny. So we picked 3 colors. The colors of their paint are just hilarious and on point. So we picked 3 that just you can really think of songs that go with them. So we have On Point, you know, we got some Cardi B in there. I don't partake myself in her music, you know. We got Money Moves, you know, we got Lizzo, 21 Savage, Miley Cyrus, and then Golden Hour has kind of some more just kind of classics. There's even some Patsy Cline on that Golden Hour one. Mama, I'll send you the link to it. Moving on to the last execution of Claire is the click and ship kiosk. So we actually recycled this idea from our first attempt at this campaign and just made it 10 times better with the new design. Shout out Ashley once again. Once again, just getting people where they are. Like, you know, when you think of painting, you don't think of going online. You think of, oh, I have to go to Home Depot and look at all those samples and bring them home and show wife, you know, and then she'll send me back to get more samples. So, you know, just bring wife with you in the store or just stay at home. But if you are in the store, you'll see all these samples and then see Claire right there, and you'll be able to look through all the colors. And then buy them right then and there and have them shipped to your house, or you can scan the QR code and pull it up later when you get home and make your final decision then. Just a little sneak peek too, this was Claire before. We actually won an Addy Award for our print ads. So, you know, we loved this campaign, but we did know it could be a lot better, and I think we're both pretty proud with how it turned out. So shout out Claire and shout out Ashley. Happy birthday once again to my birthday twin. Moving on to Airheads. So yeah, this is crazy. I'm going to play this video. I am hoping it will work and that the sound will be nice. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. The write-up is kind of more down beneath in the scroll of the campaign. So I will just play this anthem spot video, which if you don't know what an anthem spot is for my family, it is kind of like the kickoff of the campaign. So this is the anthem spot, and I will attempt to play this now.
Wow, Sinatra.
What does it really mean to be an airhead? It means you understand that memes are technically works of art. It means you believe that fashion technically has no rules. It means you know that TikTok can and will make you famous. It means you're meant to help create pop culture, not simply be a part of it. It means your airhead aura may just change the world one day. For the better, we hope. Live your airhead life.
Sweet, that worked. So, so yeah, Live Your Airhead Life was where Mariah and I landed on this campaign for the tag. Shout out Mariah, she is live streaming right now. You can find her link in the featured creatives on my channel page. If I get boring, she's a lot more fun than me. No, but we had a great time with this campaign. We were both just like, let's do something crazy and just go with it. And we picked Airheads, and we actually got to work with an amazing media team. Shout out the media team if they are watching. They said good luck this morning, so they might be watching, but their insights were just amazing. We had never thought to, so this is for kids. We are targeting 10 to 15 year olds, the digi kids. These kids are online, they are on TikTok, they're on YouTube. They want to be TikTok famous. They know it's possible. They are the future creators. They are everything. And airheads are not stupid, ditzy people. Airheads are like new thinkers. They're these creators. They think differently than everyone else. Apple. But we're just trying to show kids that being an airhead is actually like an empowering thing, and being an airhead is just being yourself in every way, shape, or form that you can. So we really love how this campaign turned out. I'll read this script. It's my favorite one. So opens on a kid skateboarding in a school parking lot. Kid kickflips onto the sidewalk near the front door of the school as a teacher walks out. You have no business being here. School is over. Kid flips up his skateboard. I have a violin lesson with Miss Nancy. Oh, well, skate on, kid. Live your airhead life. So we just thought it was funny, like, you know, finding something that might be airheady, like skating. You know, people think skaters are, you know, stoners, duds, whatever. I was a skater when I was a kid. We are not. But, you know, he's like, dude, I'm going to my violin lesson. Like, that's an airhead. And we kind of tie in the anthem spot with these spots too, with other executions. So we'll dive right into the rest of the campaign. Shout out Mariah. I have so much love for my art directors. I do all the copy. They do all the art directing, and they even help with copy. And you know, we all work together, but it really is amazing the things that these art directors make. So grateful for all of them. So live your airhead life. We're redefining what it means to be an airhead. Being an airhead isn't a bad thing. Airheads are fun. They don't care what people think about them. Hundreds of young influencers are getting rich off being airheads. There are no rules anymore, and Airheads proudly stands behind that. Memes are now works of art. Fashion has no rules, and embarrassing yourself can get you TikTok famous. So go out there and be yourself. Get the voice out of your head and don't sweat the small stuff. Live your Airhead life. So diving right into it, we will have an Airhead verification mark that will go across platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat. So if at any point during the campaign you interact with it, so like, you know, you're on Airheads on TikTok, we'll be posting videos there, but it's just any way you interact with the campaign. There's other executions later, like the Snapchat filter or going to the Meme Hall of Fame, stuff like that. But we think it'd be cool. It would eventually be one of those things where people are like, kids are like, wait, how does like Ellen have an airhead thing? Wait, how does Jessica have one too? Wait, what the heck? So we're hoping it'll be one of those things where kids would like be dying to have their own and would just be fishing the internet, figuring out how to get their own airhead verification mark. Kind of diving into that, we would do an Urban Dictionary takeover, just very head-on type of execution, but we love it. We're literally redefining what it means to be an airhead. What other place to do it than Urban Dictionary? For those of y'all that don't know, Urban Dictionary has very like obscure, random definitions. Like if you just look up your name on Urban Dictionary, you're gonna be like half insulted and half like flattered maybe. But we just think it's a great place to really redefine the word. And then we would kind of, airheads would tweet, letting people know to check Urban Dictionary, that we've redefined what it means to be an airhead. Moving on to my favorite part of this campaign, which is the Meme Hall of Fame. Yeah, what is the Meme Hall of Fame, you may ask? Well, I got a video for that, so let me get this pulled up real quick.
Memes inspire the creators inside of all of us, and the Airhead-sponsored Meme Hall of Fame pop-up will give kids a taste of that creation.
That was legitness.
The pop-up will run for 3 months in New York and Los Angeles and will have 2 feature exhibits. Classic memes will be showcased in the first exhibit, along with plaques crediting their creators and a timeline of the meme's growth and impact. The second exhibit will be interactive, featuring a large projector that highlights user-submitted memes in real time. The Hall of Fame will highlight the cultural impact of memes and show kids that they too can have an impact on the world around them.
So yeah, can't get out of this for some reason. There we go. So for the Meme Hall of Fame, we just thought it's honestly crazy, like memes and how they impact us. And, you know, a lot of the older people watching are like, what's a meme? You know, those stupid things your kids probably always show you that has a weird face and like some type on it or something like that. Memes are just basically, I feel like, how people in pop culture like communicate and like share hardships and like hardships, as in like, you know, missing the bus or like, you know, they're just always so stupid. And I mean, it's mostly like a Twitter thing, but memes are just everywhere. But the kids love memes. They make memes all the time. They relate to memes. It's like, what? So we would just get together all of these amazing memes. But the real thing is like having the kids come in there and seeing how like a stupid meme is like, and how it's impacted and how everyone relates to and everyone gets it. It's just like memes, these kids don't even know that memes are like the tip of the iceberg for creation. Like these kids who are creating memes have no idea that probably in 10 years they're going to be making, you know, maybe not making ads, but they're going to be creating things that, you know, remind them of the meme days. And having the real time thing where the kids can just be there and send in their favorite meme or a meme that they've even made, I think definitely gives kids a taste of like how their creation can impact and, you know, change the mood and just bring people together all together. Shout out Mariah for these videos. They look totally good. I really love the Meme Hall of Fame. So moving on to the Snapchat filters. So this would be, this is kind of playing off the fact that airheads turn your tongue whatever color you're eating. I am known to love the blue ones, so I am always with the blue tongue. So you'd basically open Snapchat, go to the Airheads thing, and, you know, show your colored tongue, and you join the colored tongue club. So your bit emoji could get a colored tongue, and you would also, so it would kind of be a weekly thing. So one week you would get to be in the colored tongue club, and you would get a bit emoji with the colored tongue, and then another week you would get the Meme Hall of Fame ticket. So that's kind of how we would introduce the Meme Hall of Fame. And also by doing this, you would get the Airhead verification mark. So kind of tying everything together with this. And, you know, these kids are on Snapchat. They're so goofy. You know, all they want in life is a bit emoji with a colored tongue, you know? So I really love this. Getting down to the heartfelt stuff. Airheads helping Airheads, you know, like, it's the kid from the spot skateboarding to his violin lesson, you know, like Nigel Houston, who was a big skater. You know, we're gonna pair him with him, and they're gonna, you know, he's gonna get to know a bunch of wisdom from Nigel, and, you know, learn from his airheadness and how he can, you know, improve his airheadness. But just a really good opportunity to give back, and to just really like let these kids know that they are special and that they need to keep pursuing these airheady things, because they're going to change the world one day with them. Who knows? So the thing, we would pick 5 airheads, and it would be pulled from who has the airhead verification mark on their social media. So we would kind of find throughout those people who have, you know, either a singing talent and artistic talent, and just find 5 different people from 5 different areas, field of interest, and then give them a mentor, and they would have an apprenticeship with them and hopefully learn a lot, and it would all be linked back to Airheads. So last but not least, shout out our media team for this. They basically handed this idea to us on a silver platter, and all we had to do was execute it. But the biggest Airhead award is coming to the Kids' Choice Awards. Wait for it. We also will have a limited edition slime Airhead to kick off the Airhead Award. And they will have Instagram ads letting people know that they can go and vote for the Airhead in their life. You know, moms, dads can nominate their children, kids can nominate themselves, their friends, but I just think it would be so funny if there's a kid on stage who's like, all right, Justin from Milwaukee has won the biggest Airhead award because he skateboards to his violin lessons, like, you know, with Miss Nancy. Just very funny, and just highlighting these kids who, you know, otherwise wouldn't be highlighted, and they totally deserve it. So that is Airheads. Trying to check the comments. Even Mariah's in the comments. How are you here? How are you here right now? You're live streaming, aren't you? So moving on to the next campaign. This is Sotheby's. My amazing art director, Kelly Kim, did an amazing job helping this come to life. Starting out, print. Wow, print. Who knew print ads were still a thing? I'm just kidding. We were really excited to do print for this. So Sotheby's is, we're doing Sotheby's art auctions. They do realty and wine and stuff like that. For those who don't know, it is very high end, you know, millions and millions of dollars have been spent on a single painting. They also have, you know, small, like a couple thousand for a painting, but, you know, we're targeting the wealthy, but we are also targeting the wealthy who may not have an art collection yet, but are interested in art and just don't really know how to start a collection. So I will read the write-up. The tag for this is "For art's sake." Every time a camera flashes in front of a painting, it loses a few years of its life, and so do you. Save these one-of-a-kind works from the grubby fingers of the tasteless tourist. Your home is a much better place for such valuable masterpieces. Sotheby's art auctions can help you bring home a masterpiece of your own, where it's safe from the ignorance of the uncultured. So yeah, we're, you know, how do you sell Sotheby's to, you know, middle class people? Well, you don't, you know. So I am not the target. Kelly is not the target, but we are targeting super wealthy people who love art. So we'll just dive right into it. Hopefully this loads. Yes. So it's all fun and games until something loses a limb. Sotheby's, for art's sake. Precious works of art are safer in your hands. Take them home with the help of Sotheby's Auction House. So this is the cause statue. We just really tried to think of like obscure things that go on in museums and how we could highlight that in the print ads. I totally love how these turned out. Moving on to the next one, an absurd sight you can't unsee. So that is actually a real piece of art. Why can I think of the artist's name? If Kelly put in the comments for me, I know you know it. But so from that collection, the artist, it was called like the Absurd collection, I think, or something like that. So just kind of tying that in with it, I think is cool. But yeah, it's like, that is a piece of art, a urinal. Why would you want someone pissing in a urinal, in an art, in a museum, you know, like bring it home, save the art, like put it in your house where it's safe, right? So we just thought that was hilarious. Moving on to the last print ad, rescue narcissists from the narcissists. Just a little play on words there. This is the Narcissus sculpture, Greek or Roman, not exactly sure. But yeah, I have been to a museum lately and it's all just people with phones and the selfies. And so yeah, we're just kind of tapping into that. What super rich person wants to go to a museum and have to rub up against, you know, these like peasant folk, you know, no one does. So we just kind of tapped into that and just wanted to use the art. So I think we executed those well. Duchamp. She said Kelly said the name, but I don't know how you I don't know how to pronounce it. So I won't read these, but I will explain them because they are super funny. We had a lot of back and forth with these, but I think Kelly and I are happy with where they landed. So for this one, there's just a kid screaming on a leash, just screaming in a museum. I don't know if we've all been there in a museum, but we've all been in public where a kid is screaming and we all want to get the hell out of there as fast as possible. So we just have this screaming kid, you know, he's freaked out by the Scream painting. And then this kind of fine gentleman walks up and explains that that there's no way that you're, okay, back up. So the dad is like, I can paint that. So that's kind of a little precursor. But then at the end, the gentleman is like, you haven't felt the pain needed to create as something as beautiful as an expressionist piece like this. And then it just kind of ends there and everyone's like, what? So the gentleman in this case is like our target. Moving on to this one. I like this one. It's so simple, but it's just this annoying couple walks right in front of this dude who's admiring a painting. They whip out the selfie stick, you know, and they take the selfie and he moves it and he knocks over a vase, hits the guy in the face, and oh crap, John, I blinked. That is the girlfriend's only reaction, doesn't care about the vase or the person she hit, just that she blinked. So just a little ignorance. These are all really about ignorance and how Sotheby's can help escape you and the art, escape the art, save the art from the ignorance. This one is funny. I don't want to read it because it's so long, but it basically just this gentleman comes up and just grabs the phone right as this girl is taking a picture of it with flash. The kind of joke here is the wife is like, oh wow, darling, look, it looks just like my mug. It's a Monet. And then at the end, the guy's like, no, and also it's pronounced Monet. So kind of a callback to her saying that wrong. So yes, moving on to the executions, besides the print and the scripts. So we figured people who enjoy art enough to spend this much money on it are definitely the people who read the entire, descriptor at the museums, that talk about the history of the artist or the piece, or even like the medium, whatever. So we thought, let's put a little secret exhibit invitation at the bottom of it, so you would have to read all the info and then read ours, and then know that you are invited to a secret Sotheby's auction, where you can get a glimpse at the upcoming auction work. So kind of how they do it is they'll usually on their Instagram, they'll kind of showcase the works that are going to be in the next auction. So we would just actually showcase them. We were thinking MoMA, they have a Sotheby's headquarters like a block away from MoMA, so we thought that would make sense. And so yeah, you would read it, and then you would know to walk up to the museum dude and be like, hey, can I get my ticket to the Sotheby's secret auction, and then you would get a ticket, and the ticket would have a QR code that after you looked at the work at home, you could scan it and it would pull up all the work, all the art. So if you wanted to buy it, or we'll get into that later, see how it looks in your house, wink wink, you'd be able to do that. So moving on to museum mode. So this is like, we're helping the art here, and the people who our target about like appreciates us doing this. So which is why we thought it'd be a great addition to the campaign. So museum mode. So Sotheby's already has an app. So we would just put this in their already existing app, and you would turn on museum mode, and it would disable your flash, it would silence your shutter and your ringer, it would adjust the brightness so that when you are taking a picture, it would just, make it all picture perfect right away. And if there was some dude, in your painting, like right here in the picture, it would block him out. So just making the museum a lot better for viewers who really enjoy the work, and for the art. Flash really does ruin like a lot of art pieces. So just kind of Sotheby's way of trying to help with that. So here's a fun idea. We call it like the trap. But so it would be on right when you enter the museum, probably MoMA as well is a good hypothetical for this. But so you'd walk in, and all these finger grubby tourists and Instagram clout chasers would just eat this up. So it was the museum without rules. Come one, come all flash photography welcome, touch whatever you want. Selfies not only encouraged but mandatory. Like, just come on here and this is the museum for you. So little do they know, we're getting rid of them. That way the museum can actually be open to people who want to just come and look at the work. It would, we would have a geo-targeted message to those who actually walk into the actual exhibit. So either those who went to the fake pop-up, well, it'd be real, but the stunt. If they went to the exhibit afterwards, they would then get the geo-targeted text and kind of notice like, oh, wow, that was like to get rid of me, and I am kind of annoying. But they're not the target. The people who are going to the museum and avoiding that annoying pop-up are the target, and we are giving them a peaceful stroll through the museum, compliments of Sotheby's. So we just thought that was really like personal and really would resonate with our target. Moving on to the bring it home. So once again, kind of like I talked about earlier, Sotheby's like showcases all of their art for the upcoming auctions on their website and their app, but they don't have some kind of virtual reality thing or AR thing where you can place it and see what it looks like. So here's the GIF, basically walking you through exactly what I would read and explain to you. But just bring it home before you do bring it home. Make sure it fits, make sure it's right for you, make sure the spot you want it to go is perfect. So a lot of these executions are just like they're more like for our target audience, and kind of less about promoting Sotheby's specifically. But we hope that what we do for our target will resonate with them, and then they'll remember Sotheby's, and when they want to buy some art and start their art collection, they will be able to, and they'll go to Sotheby's for it. So we had a lot of fun with this campaign. I love this little magazine mock-up that Kelly did. Shout out Kelly once again. I'm so blessed to have worked with her. if y'all have any questions, I will read through the comments real quick. Hey, Courtney, thank you for liking my website. I am just a copywriter, so that means a lot. I try. Let me make sure there's no big questions. Oh, hi, Stephanie. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you so much for tuning in. I don't see any big questions in there, so I guess I will just move on to Snack Crate. So this is me and Ashley once again. My girl, happy birthday once again. So for those who don't know, I feel like Snack Crate needs an introduction. Snack Crate is, you can do it monthly, but it doesn't necessarily have to be monthly, but is a monthly subscription. So each month you get a box of goodies from a different country, and by goodies we mean snacks. So they have a Greece one, a Philippines one, a freaking UK one, a Mexico one, a USA one, a Canada. They have like, I think we counted at one point like 20-ish, I think. Right now because of COVID, I think they're, taking things into account. But this was our pre-COVID campaign. We kind of had to change it up because we kind of went with this whole like same snacking syndrome vibe. But I'll read the write-up and we can jump right into it. So you change up your snacks about as much as a snail changes its shell. There you are, eating that same bag of Lay's for the third time, not in a week, but in a day. Do you honestly expect those chips to somehow magically become a Gordon Ramsay culinary craft of flavor? Americans have gone insane with a bad case of same snacking syndrome, and some of you poor plebes don't even know it. It's time for a change of taste. Stop this ridiculous, boring snacking madness and wake up your taste buds again with Snack Crate. Taste more. So this is all about, oh, thanks, Kelly. Saw your comment. So this is all about just getting people to taste new things. Like, I definitely know when I go to the grocery store or to the like gas station, more likely I'm getting the same bag of Lay's chips I always get, and probably my pretzel M&Ms because I'm a freak, like I know what I want. And, my taste change, but I'll probably still get something that I've gotten a million times before just because I know it's good. But we wanted Snack Crate to really encourage people to try new things from around the world. So let's jump into these spots. I guess I'll read them. They're not that long, and I really like them. So a surgeon is standing over, looking down at her patient while holding a tool of sorts, and lets out a heavy sigh. Man, these puppies are on tight. Definitely another case of same snacking syndrome. Surgeon grunts as she uses the tweezers on her patient. Got one. Hand me that tray, nurse. Surgeon is shown using the tweezers to remove bugles from patient's hand and then placing them in the correction tray. All right, time to bring her back. Cut to logo and tag. Don't let the same old snacks grow on you. Sotheby's keeps things fresh with a monthly box of snacks from around the world. Sotheby's, Snack Crate, taste more. Cut back to operation room. We see the revived patient reaching for the bugles on the correction tray. Stop that. So we kind of had a thing where it ends and then kind of comes back. If you've ever seen commercials do that before, kind of weird to read. Sorry if it was awkward. And this is the snacking therapy one. I'll read this one as well. It's really funny. And how do you feel about that? The patient flashes back to a time when he was stuffing his face with red hot candies as his friends cheer him on. I feel no pain. Patient returns from his flashback and is again in the therapist's office, almost struggling to hold back his tears. Not good. Do you need some water? You're sweating profusely. Cut to patient dripping with sweat as he grabs a water bottle from the therapist. Snack Crate. Taste more. Don't build up a tolerance to the same snacks. It's time you save yourself from same snacking syndrome and try some from around the world. Cuts back to patient in his flashback, waking up on a couch covered in Red Hots. He disorderly looks around the room and pushes a Red Hot out of his nose. Just kind of another little callback. We just thought it'd be fun to do. We haven't really experimented with that before. Let me just check the comments, make sure everything's good. So yeah, let's keep going with Snack Crate. We did an American Airlines takeover because we thought, what is a place that has not upped their snacks? In 100 years, I actually found out that they had been having peanuts on pretzels, peanuts on airplanes for almost 100 years now. So it's definitely time to switch it up. I love American Airlines pretzels and peanuts just as much as anyone else does. Shout out Jamie if you're watching. but we just thought it'd be so funny, like, to change it up. So same snack crate addresses same snacking syndrome by changing up airplane snacks on U.S. flights. So these would be only U.S. flights. So you would get your complimentary snacks. You would get a little, I think these are both German snacks. So you would get a little mini malt crust. It almost looks like a Rice Krispie treat. I don't even know what it really is. But you'd also get a napkin that says, just because you aren't going abroad doesn't mean your taste buds can't. So I just thought that was a cute line for the napkin. Really tied it all together. And as you're walking through the airport, you would see these and you kind of be like, huh, what? And so then once you got to the plane and got your napkin and your different snacks, it would kind of all come together. So this line says, there's nothing complimentary about stale pretzels. And this one says, 100-year-old peanuts aren't making your flights any shorter. So it really just said, like, screw the airplane snacks, let's change it up. Moving to the Holiday Inn partnership. This is fun too, kind of a similar execution. You know, those hotels have like a vending machine on each floor, basically every Holiday Inn. So we would take over the vending machines and replace our own. So each floor would have a vending machine from a different country. This is Germany's, what Germany's would look like. These are all German snacks. Once again, there's the one from the airplane. It's funny. So on the vending machine, it would say, enjoy a little taste of Germany. And then in the room, you know, next to the ice bucket where there's always a little card saying welcome or whatever, it would say your overnight stay just went overseas. And then on the back, you know, talk about how down the hall there's a snack crate vending machine with new treats for you. So just trying to get people to try new things when things are usually stale. You know, they probably had the same bag of chips on the drive up that they were gonna get from the vending machine. So just really changing things up when things would usually be stale for people. Pickup lockers. So we thought this was a really smart idea because Snack Crate already has, in the summer months, you can pay extra for like an ice pack to go in your snack crate, so like your chocolate doesn't melt and stuff. So we figured, why not just make pickup lockers that are temperature controlled that can do that themselves, keep everything cool. And also it provides immediate relief for anyone suffering from same snacking syndrome. There would be a limited amount of snack crate boxes from various countries always in there and ready to just go be bought, or you could pick from all of them online and have it shipped there. You could have it shipped to your home as well, but I know, you know, apartments, just sometimes people like those Amazon pickup lockers, people just value the protection that it has. So we thought that'd be another reason for people to want to do it, because Snack Crate, it can get a little expensive. I think the bigger box is like $40 a month, but you know, why would you want to waste like why would you want to risk your foreign snacks getting, you know, picked up by some bum? Sorry, I'm in West Campus, so that's always my worry. But anyway, we just thought these were cool. There are gas station from the beyond is what we were calling them. We just thought it was a cool, fun idea for the campaign. Moving on to the snack exchanges. So these would just be our little cute guy. These would be on the streets of, you know, busy streets. And what you would do is you would be walking to work, you know, with your peanut butter crackers like you always do. And our little dude would be like, hey, exchange your boring snacks for new snacks, you know? And they're like, what? And so you'd walk up and you would give him your peanut butter crackers and he would exchange that for a crazy new snack from Lord knows what country. So yeah, just once again, meeting people where they are. You know, I know that when it comes to snacking for work and lunches, like usually you go with what you know and what you always do. I know my mom, love her to death, but she packed me, you know, very similar lunches throughout my entire life. Oh my gosh, they were amazing. But imagine if one day I pulled out some foreign treat, how like pimping that would be. Like that would just be crazy. My mom made the best wraps when I was a kid and I didn't appreciate them enough. So I appreciate your wraps, Mom. But anyway, we love the foreign snack exchange, basically like a currency exchange, but with snacks, just to kind of dumb it down. And we love our cute little dude too. So shout out Ashley once again for the amazing art direction. And our last little bit was the snack market. So this would be a website, a new website feature that would basically just show like obviously, yeah, Germany's doing well because they're in the airplane and the vending machine. But it would just kind of see like what country is having like the top grossing, snack market of that day. Should I invest in Germany's snacks? Oh, Australia isn't doing too good today. Maybe we should promote them. But so you would click on it and see all the snacks from the countries and which ones are rated highest. But we just think it'd be funny, a fun way to like let people like pick, because I mean when you go on, there's like just so many countries. It's like, where do I start? Well, start the snack market and see which one everyone's loving the most, and go from there. So really love this campaign. Really love my partner. We had a good time with that. But yeah, I guess, are we all still here? They were good wraps though, my mom. They're very good wraps for sure. The best lunches ever. I miss them. But yes, thank you so much for tuning in to my live stream. I hope I didn't talk too fast, and I hope I didn't mumble. Yes, any recruiters or creative directors, thank you so much for tuning in. If you head over to the TXC Fest website, there is a link to my Calendly if you want to schedule any one-on-one time to talk more about any campaigns. The rest of the campaigns are work from previous semesters that I am proud of, but I don't want to drag this on for too long. But thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, we had Claire, the 56 Colors, Airheads with the Meme Hall of Fame, just encouraging kids to be themselves. Sotheby's, save works of art from the grubby tourists, and Snack Crate, taste more, because all of our taste buds are just dying right now. But yes, thank you so much. I'm very proud of my work. I had an internship lined up for the summer that got canceled. So if anyone is watching this that is able to give me a job, please hit me up. Once again, it is my 23rd birthday. So after this, I will watch the rest of my dudes do their live streams as well. Yes, please chime in. Go to txcfest.com and check out everyone else. We have talent going all day. This is my last Texas Creative critique review. I don't know. I have really enjoyed my time at UT and in the Texas Creative Program. And if anyone is watching this that is thinking about joining, it is amazing if this is your path. A lot of people watching this that are my family might not have understood anything I said, but thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will attempt to stop this live stream now. So thank you so much for tuning in, and thanks for all the birthday wishes. And yes, please schedule a Calendly appointment with me if you have any questions or want to talk jobs or opportunities. So thank you so much, everybody, and hopefully I will see y'all soon. Welcome.